Worry and anxiety serve no one. They actually don't help you because you can tap into another emotion of fun, of joy, of giving back, of serving others. And that is a much higher, more magnetic vibration to be in. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And this has been a really big week for me. A big, beautiful, very busy week. And I have been really digging in on making sure that I am in a good place energetically because it is such a big week. I have, at this point, when you're hearing this podcast, have announced that pre-sales for glōci, my new company, which is a skin routine that you can drink, it's a daily beauty hydrator, are open, that you can go and get it for literally $1 down and 30% off, which is probably the deepest discount that we will ever give. And you can secure that deal literally this week, and you'll be charged the rest when it ships in January. And let me tell you, that emotions are all over the board. And you don't get to practice all of these things that you learn on this podcast, in books, in personal development, at the events that you go to. You don't get to practice them until the real life experience is happening in your life. And for me, that real life experience is right now. All of the nerves of, will this work? Will people like it? What will they say? And the story was, there's a lot riding on this and I want people to like it. And the launch has to be X, Y, and Z. And I want this many to sell. And, all of the expectations and all of the pressure, which by the way, all of it's made up because in the beginning, you're just picking a number from thin air. Like if you launch a course or if you're going to sell a book or if you're going to do an event, like you just pick a number out of thin air of, I want this many people there. I want this many sales. Like you don't even have data to know what you need to be doing, what other sales funnels that you need to turn on. Do you need ads? Do you need to get on more podcasts? Do you need to tweak your email funnel? Like there's so much that goes into it. And so this podcast for you today and for me is all about taking the pressure off. Here's the thing. Even when I say that, there's an old part of me, the old version of me that's like, no. If you take the pressure off and if you allow yourself to not feel the stress and if you allow the anxiety to go away, then you're not going to perform as well or you're not going to do as well. And I am very aware that that is a story that I have in my head, that I need those things in order to operate or in order for things to go right, or that worry and anxiety is serving me. And I am here to tell you now, and I'm here to tell myself that worry and anxiety serve no one. They actually don't help you because you can tap into another emotion of fun, of joy, of giving back, of serving others. And that is a much higher, more magnetic vibration to be in. So if you're somebody who actually fears not having your anxiety, and that might sound crazy to some of you, but some of you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm so stressed out. I have all these things to do. I need this launch to go this way. Yeah, but it has to. And it's all that you're talking about. And it's all you're feeling. And you're putting pressure on your team. And this is how you're approaching meetings. And nothing feels joyful anymore. And you have trouble tapping into gratitude. You guys, that is a deflective energy. And so something happened to me last week. I noticed that I was starting to feel really anxious. Things were piling up. Nights were getting late. Like, we have been doing so much work. The team is at their max, completely at their max, and their plate is getting even more full. And I was noticing that I was getting in this very frantic, kind of like non-joyful, I'm so stressed out. How long do I have to operate this way? Is this something that's going to be eternal now with this company? What does this look like? And I was like, wait. This is what I've always dreamed of. I've always wanted a company that I'm excited about. I know that I'm the type of person who needs a project. I know that people do better when they have something to work on and something where they can express their creativity. And that is this company for me. And I also know that I've always dreamt of working with amazing people. And I am. I am doing all of those things. And so sometimes we got to check ourselves. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, because you will. And if you don't constantly work on this, this is not like I did this once last week. This is like I'm doing this 20 times per hour. I'm breathing. I'm going back and focusing on how I want to feel and what I want to be focused on, because the workload is still there. The pressure of a deadline is still there. But do I have to actually physically experience it and let it absolutely make me crazy? No, I don't. It can all still be there, while I can find joy in the fact that, oh my goodness, all of my prayers are being answered right now. They're just all being answered at once. Oh my gosh, I have a lot to do, but I can do it if I'm in the moment. The problem is we're never where our feet are. Most of us are always in the future. So we constantly feel like the future is in the present, and that is what is so exhausting. If we were just in the present, you're really just writing an email right now, or you're really just listening to this. But many of us are in our to-do list, and we're thinking of the things if they don't get done, what can happen. Like we're actually living 35 realities in one single moment of the day. And that is where the overwhelm and anxiety comes from. If we got present to where our feet are and enjoyed what we were doing, or were grateful for it, even if you can't enjoy it, grateful for the fact that it's here. Because let me tell you, there's nothing worse than not having work. Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than not having a job. Then that is what will give you a good life at minimum, if not turn you into an absolute magnet for your wildest dreams. Joy is the highest vibration that you can be in. It's the biggest way to serve people. It's the biggest way to serve your company. It's the biggest way to be in a creative state, to understand what you could do next to bring more money into the company. But your stress is not serving anyone. My anxiety is serving no one. So I am now in a place where I said, you know what? None of it actually matters. What matters is that we do what we can to hit these goals that we set, that we have a ton of joy, and that we gather data, and that we assess the data, and that we do better next time. And that is the most calm, comforting, powerful place that I feel like I have been able to be in a very long time. And that feeling of all we need to do is launch and focus on this goal and collect data. Instead of, we got to hit this. If we don't hit this, what happens? No, like just take the pressure off, do your best, and know that the data is going to reveal places that you need to focus on, weaknesses, strengths, all of the things, and that this never ends. This is just the process. So technically, if you're anxious about one process, you'll be anxious the rest of your life, because everything is a process. There's no way to avoid a process. And uncertainty is actually the thing that makes things exciting. Because if you were certain of every outcome, you wouldn't even be doing this. It wouldn't even be fun. We just want to feel. So make sure that you are going a little bit slower to be able to feel your life. Or you will have lived in a future reality that has never, ever, ever existed, and nor will it ever exist. And you will have missed everything. Be present to the dreams. Be present to the chaos. Understand that when it gets crazy, it's just everything coming in at once. And what a blessing that is. What a blessing that is. So I'm sending you guys so much love. I just want to tell you that it would absolutely mean the world to me if you supported glōci, if you supported this female-funded business, if you went and tried it, because I am after the goal of trying to make your life better, of simplifying your routines, of getting you involved in a community that I believe is going to show you what is possible for you. When you see another woman do it, that means you can do too. You can do. You can do it too, is what I meant to say. So I'm really, really grateful for you. And I'm just grateful that you tune into the podcast. I'm grateful that you have said yes to your dreams. I am grateful to be able to have somebody who listens to this so I can express and be myself and fulfill my dreams. I don't know, I'm just in really deep gratitude. Really, really deep gratitude. So I'm sending you guys so much love. And if you want to go check it out, it's at getglōci.com. And I hope that you love it and you feel all of the love that was poured into it too. Until next time, earn your happy. Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.